Hello and welcome to WJTS Inform. I'm your host, Bill Potter. In this edition, we're going to continue to meet candidates who are running for office. And in this edition, we're going to meet Donnie Lampert. Many of you may know Donnie Lampert already, and Donnie is running unopposed at this time in the primary, and it looks like he may be also running unopposed maybe in November. Don't know that for sure. Donnie Lampert is the current sheriff of Dubois County, and Donnie is running for Dubois County Sheriff again. Donnie, first of all, let's start off by telling us about yourself.
Well, I'm 49 years old. Been working for the Dubois County Sheriff's Department in this community since 1989. Started out as a jail officer. 1990, I became a deputy sheriff, went to the Law Enforcement Academy, and was on the road. I became a night shift sergeant. Over the years, I think I was one of the best blessings I had for this position because it gave me a lot of time to think and study the different things that need to be done in Dubois County. I believe we've done a good job on implementing them. 2014, as a department, we've decided we're going to try to smooth things out, get some of the basic things done that just aren't quite there. And then if I am elected in 2015, we're going to fire it back up. We're going to start looking at new issues. I'm going to try to get more involved with the media. I think we've been doing a good job with that. However, I think we could do better. Like to see us get more involved with the schools. Again, we're still working on that. I think something that's really helped the community is to have the different speakers that we've had out there. So those are things we're going to look at. The other thing is to start looking at some of the laws and legislature and see what we can do there. Just here about a year ago, there's actually different laws in the state of Indiana that contradict each other. Mm-hmm. So I've been sending information up to the governor's office, been sending up to the legislature, hey, this is what I see. Different things with the federal government, been sending stuff to the White House, legislature, and try to let them know how that's affecting this community. And we need to do some things to make that a positive. So I'd like to get more involved in that part of it to help the county as well. Definitely want to keep the standard, a high standard for our officers. It's been amazing these last 4 years that how they've stepped up and actually done some things that you could tell they really didn't want to do, but they did because they knew that's what needed to be done.
Now, I didn't realize until we talked off the air that the sheriff is really just a two-term limit, that you can only run for 8 years and then you have to sit out for 4 years.
Yes.
Why are you running again? Just because you want to implement the things you talked about?
I believe that first 4 years was stabilizing, making the sheriff's department stable, making it up to par, up to modernization for what the community needed. We have some outstanding officers that really stepped up and done a lot of things for this community, and I want to continue that, going that direction. Again, we're using this year as a smoothing out, trying to get everything, the little loose ends done. There's no way we're going to be able to. It takes time. And I believe with these next 4 years, we'll be able to get those issues taken care of. Something as simple as having a training room. Something as simple as getting the control room painted and the floor fixed in there. Those are the things we're working on now, the things that just we had to put on the back burner because there's more important things out there. The next 4 years, though, is where we can look more at helping the community by voicing, talking more, listening. It's amazing how the community, I love this, the community will call me when they see something they don't like, and I appreciate that. I think trying to keep that community law enforcement where we're all part of the same team. I want to build on that as well. The first 4 years was a calling. I kind of thought, okay, get my 4 years in, do what I need to do. And then there's that second calling. I think the second calling is going to be more challenging because I think people are going to expect more from us, and I think I'm going to expect more. I think our department's going to expect more.
You've always impressed me as a sheriff in that you are very caring. That you know, criminals are criminals, but you care about criminals and making them better. Is that an important part of being the sheriff?
Absolutely. We currently went to the commissioners and council. We're trying to get more, I got to go to council yet, but we're trying to get more nursing hours, more counseling hours. It seems like if you invest in people, your return's going to be that much better. And without people in our community that are living the good life, I feel like as a department we failed. If we just catch criminals, get them convicted, and put them in jail, I think we're failing unless we can help them to help themselves to where they're not coming back, to where their families have a better life, to where their children have a better life. You know, they say the sheriff's position is a constitutional position. Well, that Constitution has in there about, you know, life, liberty, freedom, and all that. Well, let's give them the freedom away from the criminal life and give them the freedom of actually living a good life. And it's going to take some different steps, measures with each individual. And I think that's very important. You know, we got the programs in there, but amazingly, the churches have been working with us, trying to once they get out and they transition, we have community corrections in transition. I think we're heading in the right direction. I think we just need to keep building. But then we have to stay cost effective, because it's not going to do anybody any good if the county's broke, period.
Yeah, and it takes money to do some of the things you need to do. And
Yes.
you run a great sheriff's department. Is there, you know, you're running unopposed,
Yes.
which I think speaks volumes about what people think of you. That I think is important. But is there anything that you'd like to say to the folks that are watching?
I appreciate that nobody's running. I do appreciate the, you know, opportunity to get to serve Dubois County again. It's been the fastest, slowest 4 years of my life, and I want to get to that January 31st. What's nice right now is I don't have to worry about the campaigning so much. So we've been focusing and continue to focus on the department. I think that means a lot for the community. But if I am sheriff as of January 1st, 2015, we're going to fire it back up. We're going to kind of kickstart again so we don't get stalemated. Because I've seen in the past where sometimes when somebody's in there so long, you kind of get a little slowed down or a little stalemated, and you breathe again. And I don't want to breathe. I want to keep going headstrong.
All right. Well, Donnie Lampert, thank you very much for being our guest.
Thank you.
Our guest is the current sheriff of Dubois County, running unopposed in the primary and right now in the coming up general election. But we want to make sure that you had a chance to meet who Donnie Lampert is. And we thank him for coming in and being our guest. He is a Democrat running for Dubois County Sheriff. I am Bill Potter, thanking you for watching WJTS Inform. Remember to vote on May 6th.